We're good. We're going.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is our fourth week. Oh, I'm so excited. So many of you have had activities going on and things happening, and that's wonderful. And we're really excited to celebrate. I know we put out a challenge last week to you for reaching out to people and booking and scheduling things. And of course, it included some great giveaways. So I'm really, really hoping that we can hand out and give away a bunch of stuff either tonight or to you guys following up this call. And so anyway, we're going to just get started with finding out what you guys have all been doing. And I'm going to pull up some slides that I'll show you, and we can talk through them as well for those of you, for Jenna, for you, that the slides, I'll be talking through them, so it'll be self-explanatory. But in the meantime, Jenna, why don't we go with you first? Why don't you go ahead and let us know, give us an update on what's been going on and how everything's been going.
It's been good. Like I told Lisa, it's been really busy, so it's been a little bit more of a challenge. I have one new party for April, and then I have a meeting with a potential team member on Friday. I'm meeting with her at a coffee shop to talk about things. So fingers crossed that it's a good fit for her, but you know, all we can do is try. So I'm really excited about that. A little nervous because that's my first actual
You have one new
contact,
booking?
I suppose. Yep.
One new booking and one new recruiting appointment, is that right?
Yep. So,
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Oop, didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying awesome. That's great.
Oh, that's fine. I caught someone saying something. It's like, I don't know what was said. So yeah, it's exciting and little steps at a time.
Good. Very good. Very exciting. I'm really, really, really happy to hear that. So, so what I'd like to say is that we've got some stuff coming to you then. Hang on.
Are you wondering what we sent out last week?
No, I'm trying to pull up the requirements here. Yeah, there we go. Here they are.
I was gonna say I've got them here, but now my computer's locked up, switching screens here. So.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So for the person who books the most new workshops or parties for March and April from the last week until this call will receive $15 Target certificate. For those of you who invite 5 people to join your team this week, so basically have 5 different connections. So we just want to provide first and last names as well as the dates that you invited to join your team via email. You're going to receive a chocolate bar for a nice chocolate bar, nice quality one. Jill and Lisa, from me and Lisa. So, okay, so that's what I just wanted to make sure I had that right, and so that we know what's coming. Okay, Jolynn, give us your update.
Well, it's been kind of a tough week. As I emailed you, I'm kind of undergoing a possible job change.
Yeah,
so I have, career change actually, but I think the two are going to help each other.
Oh.
So I just see a lot of leads coming from my new job once I get up and going. Just another way. I think it's going to help me get more into the Marshall area, which is about 14 to 15,000 people. So it's still relatively small, but I have found it tough in the area that I'm located to get those booking commitments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working on the gal that was going to sign up. Her mother ended up being in intensive care.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I did follow up with you this
appointment. I was so excited for you this week.
I know.
Oh.
And she said, hate to push you off. And I said, no, you need to do it when it's right for you. So I did send her an invite to the Facebook online thing on Sunday. And then I did tell her also, I called her and left her a message, and then I told her that I'll follow up with her next week. We're supposed to follow up next week, Monday, and see where she's at to see if this works in better to her schedule. So that's about the only thing that I was able to get confirmed. She will sign up. I know she will. It's just when the timing gets right for her mom. Her mom's elderly.
Okay. Okay, great. So you rescheduled that appointment for Monday?
Yes.
And then did you add any new bookings to your calendar?
I have not been able to. I did follow up. I actually got a new customer from work, and then a gal that ordered one time that's had gluten issues, wanted to try a few products. She just placed an order through the website. So
Okay.
I called and left a message and thanked her, told her when it's supposed to arrive, and then did ask her if she'd be interested in going to a show. But I haven't heard anything back. So it's just, I'm finding it tough to get those responses.
Yeah, that's why we have to do so many connections and make so many different follow-up calls and different follow-up methods via email, Facebook, phone, text. Those are all ways of communicating and reaching out. So
Actually, Jill, do you mind? That reminded me of Jenna, you had shared something with me along those lines when we talked last week.
Calling. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it just kind of goes along with the importance of not giving up on someone and not taking it personally. And this is a kind of a learning experience and learning opportunity for me, I suppose. And I had connected with a gal at a party, and this was like last June. And so then I didn't talk to her at all, which I know sounds terrible, but that's what happened. And so I had reached out to her, and I did the whole 5 points of contact, and I was really good about reaching out to her, and never heard back anything from her. And then I'm actually hosting a workshop this weekend, and so I'd invited her to that. Didn't hear back from her from the email invite, so I gave her a phone call, and then I sent her just kind of a reminder invite. So I mean, we're on like contact number 8 or 9 with this person, and she finally responds, and she's like, "I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. It's been really busy," and blah, 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 blah. I don't even remember everything she said, but it was really, really cool because she did, 8 or 9 times I've reached out to her, and she actually responded with what you would expect. I forgot. And it was really cool. So.
Absolutely. So keep reaching out, and because until they say no, they're just, we don't know what they're really thinking.
Right.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Hopper stay.
awesome. Okay, well, Danielle, can we get an update from you? Welcome. Hi. Can we get your update? I think you might be on mute, though. You check your screen.
Okay.
Hi, sorry. It automatically joins like that and I keep forgetting.
Right, no, it's okay.
So I have 2 people that are pretty sure they're going to sign up. I just don't really know when. I had mentioned I'm meeting up with one in like another week or so, just with schedules and everything, but we're actually like meeting in person. And then another one was looking over some of the information I sent, and I need to follow up with her again. But I've talked to her regarding other things, so I'm going to follow up shortly. And then I have one freezer meal workshop that I booked since, even though it's my family, but I'm branching out to my other side of the family to have an excuse to get together for my grandma's birthday. So we're going to do, I have one freezer meal booked, and then I had the one that was in process during this meeting last time. And I've reached out to a handful of people, but I haven't heard anything back yet. So.
Okay, so one new booking added and 2 potential recruit leads that you're following up with.
Yep.
Correct? Okay, great. Okay. All right. So let's see. Do we wait? Everybody, Jenna, Jolynn, Danielle, and okay, awesome.
Got it.
Super great. Let me share the screen with you. I just want to run through a couple of things because again, we want to go back to reminding you guys of where the reason why you're doing this, because sometimes when we are reaching out and talking to those people, sometimes we get a little intimidated and sometimes things can get a little hard and sometimes we feel like maybe we second guess ourselves and what we have our hands on. So let me do a share screen. and invite you guys to take a look at what you've already seen. Okay, hold on 1 second. That didn't work. Let me try it again. Okay, can you see what I'm seeing?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, hold on.
So it should bring up the picture of your desktop.
There, getting there.
How's that?
Yes.
Okay, except the date's not March 1st, it's March 22nd. I'm just using the same kind of slides, and some of these are repeat slides. So what I did is I wanted to bring it back and show you guys again some of the things that work super well. What you guys are doing right now is we identified early on that you guys had a vision, a dream, a desire. You had something that you were like, I really want more. I want to do more. I want to have more. I want to go for team leader. That can be part of the vision and dream, but to get there and to do that is going to take some things. So what I wanted to say is that you guys have the opportunity to go ahead and work the prosperity circle. And what we did is we're getting you excited, energized. We're giving you some reasons. We're giving you some socializing time to talk about this and what it looks like and how we're doing it and how it comes together to get excited about these people. You've got, Jolene's got a recruiting appointment. Jenna's got a recruiting appointment. Danielle's got 2 recruiting appointments. This is fantastic, you guys. This is something to get excited about and celebrate. And holy cow, I mean, you've done more in the last few weeks than you probably have, you know, in a whole month or 2 or so before. And that is so exciting. So you're taking and we're moving it around the circle, and the action that you're putting in, which is at the bottom of this circle here, is so cool, because what you're going to be able to do is that action gives you that practice. And with more practice, you become more confident. And with more confidence, you see more things happen. It's just sort of a no-brainer. I mean, this is really coming together for you guys, and it may feel slow and it may feel awkward and it may be something that you're not exactly, feeling really comfortable with. But comfortable is an okay thing or it's okay to be uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, sometimes a lot of times that's when really things are happening, things are working for you. And so, holy cow! I mean, I congratulate all of you guys for doing the effort to make things move forward and work. And that is what Lisa and I really wanted to share with you during this program, is that share with us what you want out of your business. And don't be shy. Share the very innermost feelings of how you want your life to look. This is your life. This is your piece of the market that you're carving out. And this business is really truly a business. It's not just a little something here and there. It can be a very, very significant business. We've seen real paychecks that have been just blow your mind away. And I mean, this is just amazing. So take that, work it around the circle. Vision is at the top here. The excitement, the energy we have, the action, the work we put behind it is going to pay off. And let's go back and analyze. And that's what we're here for. These 4 weeks that we are here together, sharing together, these 4 weeks are so critical for you, because you have a team of people. There's other people out there besides you going through the same stuff you're going through. So this is just, it's amazing. It's so cool because we're sharing this with each other and we're going through it together, and it makes it so much more fun. Kind of like the freezer meal workshops. Have you ever done them on your own? You know, it's a little bit hard. But then when you get together, you drink wine, bam, those 10 meals go like that. And they don't feel like you just spent an hour and 10 minutes building them. They felt like you just spent seconds. Just like this. It doesn't take much. Lock arms together. Get yourself to review your results and reflect on it. So things might not have gone the perfect way that you wanted. You might not be getting feedback from people. You might not be having everybody respond like gangbusters. But guess what? You're getting somewhere. You're moving the needle forward. You're inviting people to come to the Discover Wild Tree event that's happening online, Facebook event online on Sunday, or plug them into the Sunday Business Builder calls. And keep in mind, one of the things that's going to move you forward is the slide we showed you way, way, way in the beginning. Simple steps to achieving that team leader, numbers, those team leaders. This is your goal, is to get yourself a full calendar, because without a full calendar, you guys are out of business. And we don't want that. We want you to be constantly having the exposure and getting more market share and getting to the next person. We showed you this example. This is just a recap. We showed you this example of income. If you do the same thing, over and over, again, you can fall into this category of a paycheck of $600. But if you go ahead and you increase your paycheck by getting to team leader, bam, you can have an amazing increase of $400 or $500 for doing the same amount of work, the same amount of volume. You can see that right here. I don't know if you can see my little pointer, but anyway, it's pretty amazing increase in pay, and that's easy to get to. This is the first step in WildTree, because getting to team leader is that first step, and that is just not that hard. And I don't want you guys to make it hard. I want you to just do the work to get there fast, quick, work smart. Your action plan, we're going to continue to book workshops and book parties. Fill your calendar so you stay in business. We're going to continue to talk about team building, and we're going to continue to support you in inviting people. And don't be afraid to get out there and just offer them. I mean, the worst thing is they say no. They're not going to think any less of you for wanting to do something with your life. The other thing we talked about way earlier on was continuing to do those 10 calls a day. I know it just seems sort of silly and simple, but it's really the key to a lot of business. And when you work consistently at anything in life, whether it's working out, whether it's doing this business, whether it's the way you treat your significant other, if you're consistent with your life and who you are, and you're consistent about doing the work, that pays off. And the only way to know if you're going to be successful is to start asking people to join your team. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. I mean, that is a proven time, as old as time itself. That's a proven quote. So ways to connect. 10 calls a day may not be necessarily the perfect scenario every single day of your life. However, you can reach out to people by Facebook, by text, by email, face-to-face. There are all ways to reach people and connect. And nowadays, not just one method works. A lot of times nowadays, you need multiple methods and messages. So for example, some of us will make calls. We'll leave a message. Hey, Lisa, this is Jill. I just wanted to follow up with you on what I promised to send you WildTree information about our freezer meal workshops or the business opportunity, whatever I've talked to that person about. And what I'll do then is after I leave that voice message for Lisa, I will get on and I will send her an email. And I will email her. So there are two ways of communication. I'll probably even send her a text message the next day saying, hey, hope you got my message, or hey, I hope you saw my email. This way you're opening the door so people can talk to you in whatever method they feel most comfortable and most convenient. So don't be afraid to just, when you're making your 10 calls a day, don't be afraid to include other methods of communication so that you're able to reach out to people. Okay.
Can I say something on that, Jill, really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes I hear from people that they're almost nervous, maybe worried about calling somebody back because they're afraid they might come across as being pushy or things like that. Mm-hmm. Guys, that's what those surveys are there to help us with. When I hold up my surveys at a workshop or a party to have them fill out, for guests to fill it out, I actually will hold it up and say, this is the most important thing that you can do for me tonight. Here, I have one right here. This is the most important thing you can do for me tonight. This is our customer survey. This is what helps me know how to help you guys going forward. I don't want to follow up and call somebody that doesn't want to be called, and I kind of laugh about it and joke about it. But I tell them to fill this out and let me know how I can help them. So then when I call them, it's under that I'm calling to help them, to provide service to them. Either because A, they may have circled that they're interested in hosting and maybe we didn't book on the spot, or maybe they were interested in looking at information about the business and I gave it to them. Or maybe it's just because they weren't interested in those things, but they ordered product and I'm just checking in to see how they are enjoying their WildTree products. think when you come from that mind frame or mindset, frame of mind, it helps a lot with coming, with not feeling that way. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, continue on.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're not being pushy. You're just asking simple questions. You're just being open. You're opening your business doors. Your doors are always open. And that's the main thing that we want you to take away from that.
Yep.
So now where do we go from here to make, instead of giving you homework, we're giving you dream work. And I'm not calling it homework, I'm just calling it dream work, because I feel like everything we do that's work is moving us towards what we want our lifestyle to look like. And so I just like to call it dream work. And I want to stay connected. We want to stay connected with you. And these 4 weeks have been great for us to get some FaceTime and to learn and to know there's other people out there on other teams that are doing the same thing you're doing and wanting some of the same things you want. So I really want to be able to celebrate you guys by inviting you to attend different meetings and stay in touch, not just with Zoom, but stay in touch by actually plugging into some of the regional meetings to get refueled. There's one in Minnesota on April 8th. Is that correct, Lisa?
Yes. Yep.
April 8th.
Yep.
There's Minnesota one. There's a regional meeting down in Wichita, Kansas. Connect with people there for those of you that are in that area. There is a regional meeting that just took place, but then there's our national conference. Obviously, that's in July. So please, you guys, we want to see you walk across stage as team leader. You will be recognized at that national conference. Hit your team leader numbers and you will be recognized there. It's super important to keep your date. Save the dates on those. And actually here, let me just give you the dates right now. I'm sure you already know them, but I want to make sure that save the date for the July 14th, 15th, and 16th. And that is in Kansas City. So it's not far. It's not hard to get to. It's a girls' road trip. Woo, woo. We love it. So make sure you guys are there because it's going to give you the bigger picture. It's going to be the perfect time of year for you guys to get that amazing boost that you need and to have fun with girlfriends and to get a bunch of great information, some meat and potatoes, and also hear where the company is going, where we're taking this company, what are the statistics out there, who's leading the pack. It's just such an amazing event to be at. You do not want to miss that. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's fun. I love it. Love it. Anyway, Discover Wild Tree event this Sunday night. I think I have some of you invited to this already, but I don't know if I was able to get everybody invited. So if you're not invited to this, can you please either email Lisa or myself, whoever you're most connected to make sure that you are on this. And the point of the Discover Wild Tree is for potential hostesses. It's for potential business members or team members. So it's for anybody who's interested in getting more information about Wild Tree, whether they're a host or a recruit. And you want to personally invite them and you want to personally introduce yourself on the Facebook page so that they know you're on with them on this Sunday night, okay? So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that, but I wanted to make sure and let you know that. If you reach team leader by September 22nd, we are having a very exclusive, very exclusive leader retreat. And it is September 22nd through the 24th. It is just for team leaders and above. And it is going to take place near Rochester, Minnesota. So not far for some of you, Jolyn.
I'm really waiting for that.
Oh, my Minnesota people. Yes. No, not far for anybody, actually, except for maybe Jamie in Wichita. But you guys, it is going to be amazing. We share a lot of best practices. We have a small, intimate group, so we can really dive deep into some work. But boy, do we have fun, and we eat so good. There is a hot tub. There's a lot of outdoor activities to take this is a very, very happening place. It's a beautiful log cabin that we've rented for the weekend, and it sleeps 20 people. Hello. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So anyway, that is going to be September 22nd. You do not want to miss it. So you want to be team leader for sure by national conference if you can, because that's going to be a really great experience for you. And then if you're team leader by national conference, you're most likely going to hold that through till September so that you can attend this event as well. And then of course you're tracking for your trip and you're gaining an amazing income from Wild Tree. So I'm going to let Lisa jump in and say anything else about making your dream work and where we're going to take it from here. So Lisa, what did I forget? What are we missing?
I don't think you forgot anything. But I think Jill started this out by talking about your vision or your reason or your why. If you're not sure what that is, talk with Jill or I about it. Because I think I actually heard this last year at a regional meeting that I was at. If we don't know why we're doing what we're doing with Wild Tree, it just becomes another thing on the list to do. And it becomes the thing on the list that we don't do. Does that make sense? So life is going to happen all the time. Jill and I have been doing this for 6.5 years. There's been a lot of life that's happened, right, Jill?
Right. We've been through a lot.
But we've always known why we were doing this, and we've helped each other. Jill and I have been running buddies since we got started. If you guys don't have a running buddy, maybe grab somebody that's on this call and get a running buddy, because we've helped each other figure out why are we doing this. And on those days when a party cancels, because Jill, do you have parties cancel?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And I have people that say no to you, and all those things happen to us too. But we keep figuring out how to move forward because we know why we're doing it. Does that make sense? So she started with that. It really, really, really is the most important thing. But if you don't really know it, that doesn't mean you can't keep doing stuff either. Okay? Because it does change over the course of time.
Right.
So.
And your reasons and my reasons changed. I mean, I got involved because I wanted to have flexibility to be home with my kids. And I didn't want to miss those young years. And I wanted to earn some income and use some skills. And now it's changed a lot because I love the mission and I love the community of people. We're working with some of the smartest, most brilliant and talented women in our industry. And I just love that we can actually have a professional edge and still be amazing moms or whoever we want to be. It's amazing. And Lisa's changed too from the beginning a little bit.
Yes, it has. I started out, when I got started with Wild Tree, I was working 3 part-time jobs. So we needed money in a bad way. I won't get too much into my story, but this provided income immediately. And immediately I was able to quit 2 of my 3 jobs. I kept the 3rd one just because, Jolene, you mentioned it, because I was meeting people through it. So I quit it for a few months, but then after a while I let that go too, and this has been all I've done since. And we also had a stint there where for me it was very much driven by the fact that I could earn that incentive trip, because my husband and I had never traveled since we'd been on our honeymoon. So so that was a big motivator. Now it's changed to different things, but
yeah, I got to show you here. I'm in my office, so I can quick show you guys. So we have a lot of fun on these incentive trips, and we do a lot of fun things. And I just have some pictures. I don't know if you can kind of see them. I've got some pictures of Brian and I on the beaches of Wild Tree trips. They're all lined up here, and it's so cool because we have just so much fun, and it's rewarding when it's an earned trip. So
remember this part, Jill?
Let me see. Wait, hold that up. Hold it up. I can't see it.
Oh, maybe I gotta go up here.
There you go. Oh yeah, there's Puerto Vallarta. There we are.
Puerto Vallarta.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't remember where this one is. I think this might have been Jamaica. I think this was our first trip.
I think so. I think that was too. Yeah.
Can you guys picture yourselves here?
Oh, yes.
Who said that? Who said, oh, yes? Okay, that was Jenna. Okay, Jenna can't even see the pictures and she's picturing. That's awesome. We can see you guys here next to us. So
I know. It's fun. It's fun. And I've got my little dream board here too. And there's Lisa again. We had just gotten some awards at one of the conferences in Dallas and just got a whole bunch of fun things listed off here. And my trip tracker is up on the wall as well, tracking for the next trip.
just out of curiosity, aside from Jenna, who I'm pretty sure she can see herself there, is anybody else interested in the trip?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes? Okay. That is a great part of your vision. So Jill was referring to her trip tracker. If you guys are visual people, get on the Media Resource Center, print that out, and start filling it in. The first trip that we were trying to work towards was Jamaica. We're going to Jamaica again, but this was 6 years ago. I actually had bought a pair of shoes, really cute shoes, that I knew I was going to wear on the trip. And I set them in my bedroom where I'd see them every day, but I wouldn't allow myself to wear them until I had earned the trip. So that worked for me. So
Right.
figure that. But does anybody have any questions about anything?
Nothing I can think of right now.
Okay.
So far.
I'm going to say one more thing. If you guys, I think sometimes you can get on a call like this 5 minutes left. Thanks, Jill. I think it's really great to meet other people and connect with people. I hope you guys have found that valuable. So if nothing else, when we go to national conference, we're going to all know each other a lot better. But I think it's really important on the days when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I just don't, like something happened that you didn't expect, maybe a party canceled or whatever, call us. Those are often the times that we don't hear from people. Would you agree, Jill? They're like almost like people are afraid to call. Hey, it happens. It's part of life. And I find with people that's usually when you need to talk to somebody the most. And so if you've connected with somebody on one of these calls and you want to be a running buddy with them, then pair up, and those are the kind of things. And that's also the same person you're going to call when you had a rockin' workshop and you walked away and you booked 3 things and you recruited the host and whatever. Like, you need to share that with somebody, right? You can't just keep that to yourself. Those are important things to share. So.
Okay, so where do we take it from here? So I know you guys have some recruiting appointments coming up. Congratulations. Lisa and I have the same thing going too. So we want to be able to connect. Now we can continue doing these Wednesday night Zoom meetings so that we can share. We wouldn't be doing very much training. We'd be sharing and then helping troubleshoot, maybe having some open discussions, and if we need to train on something, then we will, and that's fine. We can do that. But what we want to do is we kind of want to know from you. We don't have to necessarily decide on this call, but maybe by some email correspondences, we can get a feel for, is this useful enough? So we should continue once a week doing this as a group. For those that want to continue, for those that don't, that's okay. Maybe you're getting more out of just a one-on-one call with your upline, your immediate person. That's okay too. But we just want to make sure that we are doing the right thing for you. So we're not just leaving after this 4 weeks and then going back to doing nothing. So we're also going to be following up with a tally of who gets some chocolate bars and who gets the certificate to Target and all of that. So once we get everybody else's tally in for those things, we'll be announcing those winners and sending you some goodies. So Lisa, did you want to discuss a little bit about maybe continuing, or should we just do an email discussion on that?
Well, I mean, if you guys are open to it, we have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
What do you guys, what did you guys feel about the last 4 weeks? Did you find it helpful?
Yes.
Okay.
I liked having this face-to-face. Every week may not work for me. I had to write it in my calendar for sure to make sure, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it was beneficial.
Awesome.
I know for me, I liked having the goals. You know, even if I couldn't necessarily meet those goals, it was nice having that, you know, almost like homework that was due the next week. I liked having that, the challenge.
Oh, good. Okay.
I thought it was very beneficial too. Like Danielle said, I'm not quite sure if every Wednesday night would work, but a majority of them would. And the time for me works out really well.
Oh, good. It does. This time does work okay for most people? Good. Okay.
One of the things that Jill and I were thinking about is as you guys bring people into your teams, and Jill and I have other people that are wanting to go team leader now too, even since we started this call, we were contemplating about whether it would be beneficial to bring those people into this call. And then you guys can continue, like we just keep this as a slot and we kind of start with them again, but you guys can pop in whenever. What do you guys think of that? Or would you rather take maybe, you know, pair up Jalynn and Danielle and maybe do a different call with Jill at a different time?
I think either would work really.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to schedule something separate, and then if I can't make it or two people can't make it, then it's wasting anyone's time either. So.
Oh, true.
I
Yeah.
think that's a good idea.
Oh, less than a minute left. Sorry, guys. I think we might get cut off here.
Yeah. So we can either get back on